Hello and welcome to Stinger Diecast. So recently I had posted a video where I opened a box of a huge pile of Mini GT and Era Car and a few other premium diecast brands. And on the same day that I received that box, I also received a much smaller box from Japan. And in this video, we're going to take a look at what's in that box, and then we will probably open the cars that are in here. So I haven't actually looked in this box yet. I did cut the tape on it, so that hopefully we can go quickly with this. I know that this is going to have Tomica Limited Vintage in it, but I don't 100% remember what it is that I ordered. So first up, LVN 244. I believe this is a Gloria. Yeah, Nissan Gloria wagon. The nice blue color with wood side paneling. Very cool. And then this should be the other version of it with it's white. And I think, yeah, this is a Cedric, I'll try to sound intelligent about these cars, but to be quite honest, I really don't know a whole lot about these kind of cars. But I do know that the Cedric and the Gloria were basically the two different brands that were both owned by Nissan. I know that the Gloria was a name that came from another company that was acquired by Nissan, and then they merged it together with the Cedric brand that they already had. I don't know. I like wagons, and these look cool with the wood side paneling, so I picked them up. So once we see what else is in this box, then we'll be opening these. And I think we have two other items here. Next up we have the LV189B, which is the Toyota Stout pickup truck. Another vehicle that I know almost nothing about. It just looked really cool to me. And it looks like it probably comes with a little character or figure. It's cool. And then the last thing in this box was a Nissan GT-r Nismo 2020 model. This is a Tomica Limited Vintage Neo LVN 217B. Looks like this must be red. I didn't remember that I ordered a red one, but that must have been what it was. So we'll crack this thing open in a minute and take a look at it. But I first want to look at these wagons. Just set those back there, and let's look at this one first. These Tomicas, at least the Tomica Limited Vintage, they always look so much better when you get them out of the package. They are just so cool. And this one is very, very cool. It seems like such a boring vehicle, but it's a fantastic little model. No moving parts or anything to spoil the lines. Fantastic details on the front, if we can get it to focus. Grille. Tomica does great headlights. I wish they would put something on the license plate, but maybe they expect you to do that, I don't know. Rear end is very nice. Inserted taillight detail. I don't know if we can see inside this. It's a little dark. That's just making it glare. But yeah, this is even better than I expected when I saw it. It's so cool. I don't have a whole lot of Tomica Limited Vintage, but every one that I have gotten and opened, it's always kind of been amazing. Let's take a look at this blue one. This one looks even better. Wow. Yeah, you don't get it when you look at these on camera. You just don't get the same impression. The color is not, just doesn't come through as well as it does when you see it with your, with your naked eye. It's fantastic. So I don't know what's the difference between these. They have a different, yeah, they have a different grille, different headlights. Seem to be pretty much the same from the side. Same wheels. And from the back, they're pretty similar. Taillights are a little bit different. Yeah. Both just very cool models. All right, let's get into this Stout pickup truck. Guy. Oh, there he goes. All right. Yeah, this thing is cool too. It's a very unfamiliar vehicle to me, like I said. I don't think we got anything like this in the US, or if we did, I just was unaware of it, which is certainly possible. Although I suspect these probably were predated Nissan's, real presence in the U.S. This is very, very cool. I don't know if I guess it does have inserted detail for the headlights. Nice wheels. I mean, that is the one thing on these that you could maybe complain about, is that the wheels they could use with some black wash to give them a little bit more depth. But on this, the black wheels really work. And assume, are those painted? It looks like they're painted. Taillights. Yeah. Awesome. Very, very cool model. You can sit back there, dude. All right, and the last one is this GT-r. So quickly look around the box. Not a whole lot to it. Something in here. '20 model, some specifications. It's amazing to me how heavy this car is. 1,700 kilograms. But cool. This is the first GT-r that I've gotten from the Limited Vintage line. I do have a mainline Tomica, but this is a whole different ball game. It's not even comparable. Yeah, this is very nice. I've seen complaints. I think Small Model Collector really had some complaints about this carbon fiber graphic on the roof of the vehicle, and I can kind of see that. It is a fairly big pattern. I think if you compare it to the hood pattern on this Mini GT, this seems a little more to scale, but this looks more like actual carbon fiber in reality. But it probably is a little bit big for the scale. So it does have inserted details for the tail lights with the concentric circles, GT-r badge. Nismo branding, Nissan logo. This is very cool. I thought I had ordered this in white or silver, but I may have at the last second switched it to red. Thought it would be more different. So if we compare this to the main line or basic line of the Tomica GT-r, it's really not very comparable. This is really let down by its opening doors and, you know, the typical Tomica wheels on their basic cars are really not that good. Much more character in the front. You still have, you know, inserted headlight detail, but the Tomica Limited Vintage is much better. If we look at the back, the basic one just has painted taillights. Yeah, really not much of a comparison. Much better. We can compare it to this is an era car. Looks a little small. Is it small? No, I guess not. It's just the camera's perspective. Era car is another brand that insists on doing opening parts, which is a little bit unfortunate because their models seem to be very nice, but they're, you know, again, they get let down by these gaps. And I kind of wish that, well, I mostly wish any brand would not really do opening parts, especially when they're trying to go for a reasonably accurate model, which I think that they are overall, because it looks to be pretty decent other than the fact that it has these opening parts with these big gaps. And the front end is very similar. The Tomica has much better headlights. There's really no comparison there. But the grille looks pretty good on both. And the carbon, you can see the carbon pattern is much finer on the Era car. So this is actually more scale accurate, and it actually looks a little bit better than it did even on the Mini GT. So yeah, I definitely see the complaint about this. And again, very similar on the back. The way the wing mounts here is a little bit different. The taillights look a little bit better on the Tomica. But yeah, the Era cars are really nice. It's just the opening parts really kind of let them down. And they're not, you know, they're not a super cheap model either. They're I think they're like $12. Cheap compared to this. I think these are $20 to $25 depending on whether you pre-order them or not. But yeah, the Era car looks pretty good. Yeah, the other complaint that Small Model Collector had about this was the tread pattern on these tires. And it does on the edges. Like the rest of the tire looks pretty good, but these edges are a little bit too rough. So we look at the Era car. Does it have the similar? Yeah, actually it has a similar tire. It has a similar pattern on the edge. So maybe that's realistic. Maybe it's just the character of whatever tire comes on these cars. I don't know. Somebody who knows more about the actual cars can answer that question. But it's a little bit surprising that there would be so much similarity there. I don't know if the others, this is a green light. I don't know if there's any real comparison you can do with a green light, because I doubt that they put much attention to detail around the tires. Also, this is an older year. This is 2020. I believe this is a 2015. The grille is very different. Green light's not really the best representation of this car, but it's useful for a comparison. And I also have a majorette. Majorette's too large. It's not 1/64 scale. I think it even says on the bottom 1/62 or something. Yep, 1/62 scale. And they don't do model specific wheels. This is just a generic two-piece majorette wheel, and again they have opening doors, so there's panel gaps, although they're not too bad on this one at all. But it's a fairly good model. It really, I mean, it doesn't hold up very well when you put it next to this thing. Painted taillights, no detail on the tailpipes or anything. But this is, you know, definitely in the more of a toy category. It's a much more robust model. You could play with that. You're not going to play with this one. The most similar would be the Mini GT, I think. But Mini GT does not do a GT-r that does not have, you know, a wide body kit on it. This is probably the closest thing to a stock GT-r that they have. This one just has a ducktail wing on it, but it's still a Pandem wide body kit, and then the wheels are very, very custom. I wish they would do a stock version. They've put out enough of these. I mean, well, the Pandems, they have the Liberty Walk ones, they've, you know, well, combined between, there's like 5 or 6 different variations on them, but there's over 50 of them that they've put out already, and none of them are stock. I really wish they would put out a stock version. That would make sense, and it would be very nice. I need to keep my fingers out of the way. But I don't know. I love Mini GTs, even if they're not the most accurate, but this is really good. This is definitely the best GT-r stock GT-r that I have in my collection so far. Well, I guess we can quickly compare it to the Hot Wheels, just for the hell of it. Hot Wheels. This is actually one of the better cars from Hot Wheels in reality. I like their GT-r. I mean, for a, you know, talking about a dollar model, you know, it's a pretty good representation. So, all right, well, that's what was in this box, and these are all very, very cool vehicles. I love this one. Actually, I love all of these. These are all awesome. So thanks for watching. If you have any comments or anything, please leave them below, and if you haven't, please subscribe. Thank you.